Hey everyone, sorry for taking a second to interrupt the show, but I just wanted to answer a question that's been asked pretty frequently, which is, what rule set are you playing and where can I get it? So first of all, this is a custom rule set, for Windrose as a whole. It actually just uses the game system that's been tentatively named at the moment, Windrose. And it is, it's something I've made myself, and as far as where you can get it, you can pick it up free over on the Windrose Patreon. You don't have to pay a cent, it just exists as a method of organizing all of our new releases, which this video, starting with the next episode, you're gonna see more rolls, and keeping you guys up to date with exactly why they're rolling and some of the terminology was probably in my best interest, so I wanted to really quickly say, if you want to read the rules, go over there, there'll be a link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And there's a link down in the little panel section if you're watching it on Twitch. Yeah, you just click on the top post. The current version of the game is version 0.5. Now, they're technically using, for this video, this was recorded before one of my revisions because I'm actively updating it. This was recorded on version 0.48, so there are some slight changes, but structurally it's more or less the same. Some of the terminology like do or die will be coming up in the next episode. So yeah, it's a bit different from how the game played earlier in this series. If you're interested at all in supporting the Patreon, I think there's a video or two that show more direct gameplay, and one of them actually shows off what the players' gifts are and what they're rolling into this session with. So if you're curious about that, it's like there's only one tier, $1 or more. So yeah, thank you all so much for supporting the series. And if you're curious about the game, I love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to like send me a message on Twitter, at me, whatever. Furthermore, I'm going to be running a stream series coming up, called Forgotten Indigo, that uses community creations for this system, actually. And we've got a lot of good community contributions, so it's been a lot of fun to actively develop this game system, because it feels like I'm learning something every week, and the people who are giving me feedback on it are actively contributing to the process. So if you have anything to share, if you've got a cool idea for a class, a gift, a weapon, anything, feel free to send it my way. I'll take a look. Thank you for everything. Alphonse Augenblick has been wandering the countryside since probably 4 a.m. It's like 4 p.m. It's been horrible. He's been visiting town after town, looking for 2 runaways that escaped with a certain artifact that's supposed to be kept hush-hush. This is only being financed by a 1 Corvo and a 1 Herald on the condition that it be kept quiet and the damage minimum. Well, that was Corvo's order.
Can I just say, this is a great BGM if this is Alphonse's theme.
Yes! On Alphonse's end, or on Harold's end, the request was simply that Alphonse get the job done. And Alphonse, you're not used to the job taking anything longer than 6 hours without anyone taking responsibility for it, so it's frazzled you a bit.
This is the fucking worst! If I see one more goddamn sheep, I'm going to have to, I don't know, kill all of the sheep, ever.
Sir?
Yes?
Do I still have to carry this? He's holding up like an easel?
Of course you have to carry that!
Why? I haven't done anything with it yet.
You're not supposed to do anything with it. That's for if inspiration strikes.
They look at each other. Has inspiration struck?
No.
Oh. He looks down. This guy up front, sir?
Yes?
I'm thirsty.
Really? Did you not bring a canteen with water inside of it?
I drank it.
Yeah, we drank it.
Okay, fine, let's... I think we're coming up out of town here. Just steal water from their well or whatever it is you do for that.
Normally I collect condensation, so that's a step up.
I am leading a squad of houseplants. Now remember, everybody, we are looking for these two people. He holds out 2 photos. Do everything you can to try and figure out where they are. I give you permission
said that at
to...
the last town.
What?
You said that at the last town.
Yes. Now, look, I don't think we should go around, like, I don't know, killing and or grievously wounding people, but I give you permission to slap them around a little bit. Like a license to slap, if you will.
They all hold up their licenses to slap.
Yes, good.
Man, if he makes me slap a sheep, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm too tired to slap anything, man.
The photos that they all look at are a pretty good shot, honestly, of Firefly standing astride a train, taken probably from a helicopter or something. It manages to really catch the dynamic angle of her, like, borderline superhero landing, cape fluttering in the wind and all that. The other photo is this blurry fucking Sasquatch-ass photo of Ned. You're not even sure who it is. If you had Ned standing in front of you, you wouldn't be able to properly assign this photo to that man.
We've got this photo of a thief on top of the train, and next to her an accomplice, or possibly a smokestack.
And we will arrest that smokestack.
I like that Aram's Alphonse voice is like an old lady.
Oh, as they pass this bakery, Alphonse takes out a paintbrush and writes dumb and bad along the wall in graffiti.
He is dead! I am killing him!
Levin sees you painting, kind of blinks a few times, and then just goes back to baking.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I can't believe that this is the most egregious thing that's happened in Windrose.
Take your pick of any of these baked goods, man. Leave only the stale ones.
This guard runs up to the sheep. Be free.
What was that?
No, nothing. I was just thinking.
You're not practicing any sheep-based mercy over there, are you?
No, sir. I was thinking those chickens over there are mighty inspiring.
Alphonse reaches out and pats this guard's cheek. Good.
Oh my god.
These guards slowly begin to eat this, like, now that it's the end of the day, probably not too fresh bread. Oh, it tastes like rations.
That's okay, man. I can't eat gluten anyway.
Alphonse tips over this flower box.
Oh, fucking monster.
Aram, I'm getting war flashbacks to Guy in lobby as I get a fruit punch.
I think this should help show that we mean business. He thinks again for a moment and then kicks this bench over.
Did you hear that?
No. I thought I heard something shrill in the distance, but it seems to have passed. The door's kicked
better not
open.
be.
Knock, knock! Are you harboring fugitives?
What? Looks at Jillian, looks back at herself, looks back at Jillian, brow furrows.
Trick question. I know they're here.
Fugitives? Delphi starts to think for a second.
These fugitives,
Oh.
specifically. Alphonse first holds out the picture of Firefly, the one known as Firefly, and this man? I don't know. He looks to be just about the most mundane person I've ever seen, which really kind of makes him exceptional in his own right.
Delphi lowers a finger, was about to be like, oh, you must mean Crunch, Gunch, and Bear, and then, oh, never mind.
Delphi has a split second of, oh, you must be a Firefly fan too, was about to blurt that out, and then the description of Ned happened, and her face went 100% stoic.
Much like Ned's own.
So, do you know them?
No.
Hold on, let me see that.
Yes, you take a good
no,
look too.
I don't think anyone knows that second one. That looks like a smear that had the audacity to stand up. She
Really?
points at it.
Alphonse reaches down, picks up the cutlery from the table, bends it in half, and then puts it back down.
That was my fork.
Is this jogging your memory at all?
That was my fork. She unbends it.
Alphonse reaches back down and bends it again.
You cannot defeat my psychic powers!
Her brow furrows slightly, and she leaves the fork for now. She thinks to herself, I'll get it when he leaves.
Hold on. Aren't you some big shot deal? Like some famous adventure something or other. You're the Cloud Crusher, aren't you?
But she actually seems taken aback for a second.
Yeah, you were a big deal until you stopped doing anything cool.
Delphi just looks down.
What, you don't like that?
No, I don't. Like, I was
Hey.
mad. I was mad for a second. Now I'm just sad.
Oh, how do we get you back to
Hey,
mad?
listen,
Because I'd really
buddy,
love to go like
listen.
one-on-one with you here. What?
You see this flashy outfitted person here? I think that I would notice somebody who looks like that.
Okay, but
This is-
you could be lying.
This is a resort stop. There's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 other resort stops in the area. They're probably hiding there.
Really? Okay, interesting. Men, take a note of that. We'll go there next.
There's some to the north. I think there's one to the east. That one's kind of run down. If they're going to be hiding anywhere, it's going to be somewhere with no people. We have tons of customers that we need to be taking care of. There's some outside right now that need food, and you're being pretty disruptive, so...
Well, yes, I intend to disrupt. I'm on important business.
We've certainly been disrupted, and my adventuring days are behind me, so that's that. I'm going to
Also,
unbend
that's
my fork.
$4.50 for that fork.
I'm unbending the fork.
I don't
it's
think so.
fine.
Oh, he had his hands on it.
And I don't care if your adventuring days are over. How about a fight? You want to go one-on-one, tango a little bit?
No.
No.
Oh, I see. You're too scared then, yes?
Yeah. she looks down a little bit.
Oh, well, it's no fun when you're honest about it.
Yeah. She seems bummed out. She wilts.
Man,
Look, this is ridiculous. Please. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna leave now because it's really this is a real downer. I've got to be real with you.
Delphi's just looking at her placemat.
Okay, boys, I'm pretty sure they're not in this building. Let's see what else we can find. Alphonse exits, turning all of the spigots to the on position on these kegs as he does.
Get out of here, you clown!
The Windrose crew does not kill, but we do make
I
exceptions.
love that they were like, listen guys, I know we're supposed to at this point in the JRPG have some of the bad guys come in and destroy the prologue town you like. All we need to do is have them walk in and be a little mean to Delphi. It'll accomplish the exact same thing.
So as you exit the establishment, you hear a call from the far side. Stop right there!
No.
Oh no.
On the far side, 3 intrepid bandits stand in the way of one Alphonse Augenblick. You're right, this. He points at the dumb and bad.
Well, I'm not sure. It looks like a totally normal and relevant opinion shared by a genuine passerby.
That smells like permanent paint to me. That ain't coming off easy.
As opposed to that washable paint.
Now, boys, what do we do when someone gives us trouble? Oh, we walk up and we give them a shove.
Yeah, we give him more
Now,
trouble.
hold on, don't shove me.
What are you gonna do if we shove you? He shoves you.
Oh.
Oh, that was a fantastic shove. You should put more back into that. Like, shove with your entire body. You're shoving with your knees. He comes forward and attempts to shove you again.
Listen, you pathetic lot, I'm not going to be humiliated like this. In fact, maybe it's best to make an example of you. Drawing technique! Alphonse's hand reaches towards his sword, laughing crescent style. Heart of the matter.
The guy behind you, at the mention of drawing technique, holds up the easel. Not my turn? Not my turn? Okay.
Alphonse darts forward in a single strike that somehow manages to hit all three of them. There's a beat, and then all three of them fall to the floor. There's another beat, and then all of their clothes explode off.
They, one after the other, hit the dirt. There is a split second of whoa from across the way. To
This
everyone
woman
else,
screams.
it looks like you just murdered 3 people.
Oh my god!
I'll teach you to shove a respectable gentleman.
Are they okay? What did you do?
Oh, don't worry. I only used the back of my blade. They're probably just lightly concussed. Alphonse grabs his brush, reaches down, and draws shitty mustaches on each of them.
Yeah, most of the damage seems to primarily be to their clothing.
And their pride.
And their pride.
What pride?
He pours paint into this fountain.
You hear a disruption from the far side of the way as a few guards are actually immediately shoved aside by someone who is rather unhappy with what just happened. She kicks open the door, glares at you, and then you hear a thunk as she runs into something that she didn't notice was there. She's suddenly thrown to the ground, and in a split second you can feel it. Her own purpose mixed with your own, Alphonse. She's coming to probably try to deck you, and that's suddenly interrupted by a gigantic red wall. She hits the stair, and you can feel it for a moment, the menace building as the Red Knight picks up his sword.
Whoa, buddy, hey.
And the moment passes.
What is,
He's,
you doing
he
all right
puts
there?
the sword
Did I
down.
say to flip out? Did I give you the order to flip the fuck out?
He shrugs, he looks at you. He's shaking his head like, what do you want
That's
from
right,
me, man?
I don't think I did, okay? So how about you just back off, settle down, break a fucking table or two.
Red Knight walks over here, sits on this shrubbery, and then very lightly tips the flower bed over.
Thank you.
A single houseplant rolls out. He doesn't look happy.
Oh, don't sulk about it.
Delphi stands up for a second. You can see something behind her eyes for a moment. She makes eye contact with you, slowly exhales, looks back at Jillian. It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Too much trouble. They're gonna leave. They said they'd leave.
She glares at you as the two
I'll be back for you, Cloud Crusher.
vanishes back inside.
Okay, well, I'm bored.
Sir, can we go back to bounty now? I'm so tired.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan. This has been an absolute wash of a day, hasn't it? Somebody think of some small accomplishments that we can report back to HQ so that today doesn't seem like a total failure.
I got a bagel.
That's a good one. Write that down.
He writes it down on the easel, your easel.
I'll let that slide this time.
Leaving chaos in their wake, Alphonse Augenblick and his crew of...
Oh, men, take this crate of pumpkins, please.
Oh.
Bring it along. with us.
Sure?
I mean, that seems pretty heavy, sir.
Oh my god,
Pumpkins
it's so heavy! Oh my
Okay, just
god,
take
it's
the
so
whole
heavy!
cart then. I don't care.
Okay.
All right.
We can hitch a few of you up to the harnesses on this wagon. It'll be easy.
Oh, this is the worst.
Now mush!
This sucks.
We can make a game out of it.
Alphonse climbs to the top of his cart, and now extending his journey by an entire hour and a half, makes his way back to Bounty. Meanwhile, inside, an adequately rattled Delphi and Jillian, like, try to sort of pull themselves back together. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? He knocked you over pretty hard. Did you? Oh, you didn't hit your shoulder, did you?
No, I was gonna do something that I probably would have regretted.
Me too, really.
Glad I didn't. Thanks for holding me back. She smiles pretty weakly as there's a knock on the door. Hey, is this place open? She, like, Delphi, like, sort of wipes her face, like, actually wipes some tears away. Yeah, we're wide open. What's up? There's, we're actually from Bounty. There's he looks out behind him. There's, like, a wagon train of people. Can we stay here? Delphi looks over at Jillian.
How many people? Like, wagon train, that sounds like a lot?
Yeah, it's half the population of the damn town.
We will try.
Yeah, we'll try. She smiles weakly, like has a moment of pure panic looking at Jillian and then runs back behind the counter.